Welcome everybody to Down and Dirty with the Badger State Pullers. I am trying to figure out what the heck is going on with my sound right now because I'm not getting anything to work at all.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I just when I'm sharing the video, I couldn't get any sound from the actual video. Usually there's a little share audio box in the bottom left corner, and that's not popping up. So I'm confused what the heck's going on.
Well, welcome everybody to the Badger State Tractor Pullers Down and Dirty. Another edition, and we got John Holder on with us tonight, and Ross, my co-host. Look at the shirt he's got on.
It's a good shirt.
Thanks for the free merch.
Yeah, he had that on all day. We just got back from soccer practice, so yeah.
I just pulled in the driveway a little bit ago from work.
Yeah. So how's the family doing?
Doing good. They're up in the house taking a nap right now.
All right. So, John, we're going to run your show a little bit tonight. I can't hear, guys. I'm in a bowling alley. So, John, Holder, or Strandley, you might have to take over for a minute. I didn't make it home.
Oh, you're bowling.
Yep. No, I'm done now, but went a little late. I'm going to let you take over, and I'll get in on the end. How's that sound?
So you're the bumper king?
Yes, the bumpers are up. I don't know if you can see. Okay. Sorry about that, but it's a little loud in here, and I can't hardly hear. I'm not a good. My ears aren't working very well, anyways. But if you guys want to go ahead with it, I will leave and get with you at the end. How's that sound?
Perfect.
Sorry, John.
Good.
All right.
Yeah, no big deal. It happens.
Right. Bye.
Well, welcome. Chandler's working on the sound and getting the video and stuff going. And you getting it working, Chandler?
Yeah, so I haven't done a show in a while now, but there was an update in StreamYard, so I just didn't see the different tab that I had to go to, but I've got it figured out now. So
you rock. So ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you John Holder with the truck Can Holder, one of the pro stock diesel pulling trucks, past points champion with the Badger State Tractor Pullers. And what did you end up last year? Second in points?
I believe so, yes. I believe it was second in points.
Yeah, so you had a great year and a great addition to the family. Why don't you tell the folks who's all in the family? So you recently married not long ago.
Yes, recently married in January this year, January 7th. My son Levi was born. So we got a little boy now.
Yeah, is he sleeping through the night yet?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he sleeps from about 10 o'clock at night till about 5, 6 in the morning.
Awesome.
So that works out pretty good.
We had a shop tour. We stopped by there this winter. Greg and I did and visited with you. And you showed us the shop and let us know. So we'll probably check that out. And afterwards, if all the fans got any questions, to post them on there, and we'll ask John the questions. So we'll play it, and we'll just stick around, watch it, and we'll get the questions with you afterwards, John.
Okay, I just got to shut this door quick. I got that. I didn't know if you knew.
yeah, make sure you guys give me a thumbs up if you can hear it when I do play the video, just so I know.
Okay. Yep.
All righty, here we go. Good deal.
Well, we're here in Ryle with John Holder and the old Can't Holder Dodge sitting behind us here. Another truck interview with Badger State Tractor Pullers with Down and Dirty. got John Holder with us. Greg Elsing and I are here doing a little shop visit today. So thanks for letting us into the shop and
Not a problem.
check things out.
Well, he wasn't letting us in. We had to catch and break ourselves in here.
Yeah.
Pin him down here. It was hard, right?
We got him.
We got him. He's not quick.
We're not moving fast.
No, we aren't either.
So we're here visiting, and every week we've been doing this, and it's really been a lot of fun and meeting all the pullers, at their homes and shops and stuff. So, what do you do for a living?
I splice fiber optics and copper telephone lines for a living.
Wow.
Your grandfather or father owns the business?
My father owns the business. Me and him run it together, and then my grandfather originally started long time ago doing copper, and we've just morphed into doing fiber because it's the newer thing and stuff like that.
And it pays pretty good, right?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It pays pretty good.
Well, I know they charge you when you hook one with a backhoe.
Right, yeah.
You can do it on the side next time. I don't have to go through the.
Well, maybe.
For a case of beer?
I don't know about that.
Because I've done that.
Yeah.
But they marked it wrong, so I got out of that.
Well, see, yeah, then it's somebody else's
It
fault.
was their fault. Yeah.
Still got to take care of it.
Still got to take care
Oh,
of it.
yeah.
So what got you into pulling? Let alone truck pulling?
A friend of mine.
You've been pulling with Badger State how long?
I believe it's been a total of 3 years, roughly.
And you've got 1 point championship in there for sure. Or two.
Just
one.
one.
Just
Yep.
one.
2021.
Yep.
2021. As you recall, 2021, at the banquet, someone told me afternoon. I don't know why I did that though. That's my personal phone. We'll keep it in quiet.
Okay.
So at the banquet in the afternoon, I found out that he wasn't coming. So as we're getting things ready, I'm like, well, what do you mean he's not coming? Well, they're sick. The whole family's sick. Well, that ain't good.
Yep.
So what are we gonna do? So I thought, well, you know what? I'll give him a call. So I give him a call and I said, gosh, I know you ain't doing good. I didn't want to bother, but to leave you out of the program tonight would be a shame.
Right.
I said, what if I give you a call by phone and
Right.
maybe we did it, over the phone. And I could tell he wasn't feeling good. He's like, well, let me think about it and I'll get back with you. I'm like, okay. It's about an hour and a half later, look, John's calling. And then luckily enough, we were in the banquet room going through the order and stuff. And I said, well, this will work perfectly. I said, hold on, I'm gonna put my phone on speaker. And then the podium microphone was there, so I turned it on. I put it down to my phone and we started talking, and we went through the sound system in the room. Perfect.
Yep.
So I said, well, this is what we'll do. When we get to the end of the 2-wheel drive class, Stacy will be doing that. I'll just call you. So I'm on the phone and we're ready to go. And when we jump up to your class, I'll just set my phone up there and then we'll start talking. And it worked out pretty good.
It did. It worked out the best it could.
Yeah. And a lot of people there knew, especially his class, knew he wasn't going to be able to make it. And then once they started talking and he jumped right in, I think that a lot of them were shocked. It was fun and everybody applauded big time.
That
Went good.
We did. Yeah. Worked out, like you say, the best it could for
Yeah.
what it was.
It was a shame you won a points championship and not to be able to say the things you want to say, and be there. That sucks.
Right. Yeah.
We met in the middle and
All right.
Hold on to it.
Yeah, I got this. Okay.
Hey, that's what I didn't want to slow the show down.
Right. They want to They want to litter.
the
No,
memories.
right. Yep. That was all fun. We laugh about it all the time. The bump one.
The bump one. It is.
The bump
It
one.
is.
What was that?
Yeah.
It was a bump. You're good.
You're okay.
Well, that's the thing, the truck keeps jumping and that ain't good.
Right. And at that time, we had a smaller drivetrain and everything, and I was worried about braking, knowing we had to hook the next day.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's all fun. Dude. We have fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
So each pulling vehicle has their own name, and it sometimes takes a case of beer or 2 or 3 in the shop and some good friends get together. And sometimes it takes a long time to get the name, but can't hold her.
It did take about 3 or 4 cases of beer one night, and a bunch of us were standing around and talking, and my one friend mentioned it and came up with it. And he said the big thing about it is you can always put a piece of duct tape at the end of it that says together when it breaks.
Yeah.
So that was where it kind of started, and just it stuck, and
It's perfect.
yeah,
Yeah,
it worked out
shoe
good.
fit right there.
Yep. Yep. They usually do when you figure them out that way.
That's yeah.
Sometimes you wake up in the morning and go, what were we thinking?
Or you walk down to the shop and look at the list because you wrote them down,
Right.
and you're like, what? I don't know. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
Yep.
Finally, when you find the spot.
Yep.
Well, when you find it, it works. You just know that, right?
So this truck, so how did this truck come about then?
I built one originally myself and dismantled it, tore it all apart, and then about 3 years ago when we started with Badger State, me and Ryan, we called him Ski. I don't really know how to say his last name.
Sokolowski.
There you go. You probably pronounced it enough.
Yeah. It's one of them that can screw up real easy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Kind of like Funks, you know, and
Yeah.
their names of their trucks. I was awful proud of myself not messing that up throughout the summer.
Yep.
Yeah,
You got a few years to go. You
Yeah, I know.
got more chance to do
Oh
it.
yeah.
I said if I do, I apologize now.
Yep.
It's gonna happen somewhere.
Yeah, it will.
Well, if you get too much going and
Yeah.
switch right out.
Yeah. But we started that partnership, and we just kind of went our separate ways. No bad blood there or nothing. It's all good. And I ended up buying the chassis from him, and I took the second gen body off of it, and I had this first gen body, and I always liked them, and we put that on there, and kind of became what it is.
Something different.
Yeah, it was.
Yep. It's always fun to have something different.
It is. It works out pretty good. It's nifty, different. A lot of people.
Yeah. And now, you know, it's a regular cab. You kind of joke that you get the carpenter's box, you know.
Yeah.
10 to 12 foot, you know, that's the carpenter, you know, dive
Yeah.
out, you know, so the carpenter's only got that truck.
Right?
Yeah, it's and it looks. I think the first gen when it's stretched like this, like Josh Stahl's,
Yeah.
his is a 10-foot box too.
Mhm.
But when if you look at the two trucks side by side, his looks, I think, maybe a little more natural like. I don't know why, but this thing looks so long compared to it.
White,
But it's white.
Yeah, I think that's probably
white and black, and there's
Yeah.
difference.
But you've had a couple good seasons with the win there, and then because you bought stuff from Jared Ripp as front
Yes.
end or something, to put
Yep.
it under there, and then you went out and started beating him all year, right?
Yeah, I had that. It's actually laying over there. That's what we took out to put the big front end under. We beat him with that last couple times, and
Yep.
yeah, he goes, never should have sold that to him. I said, well, sorry.
Yeah, the way it goes, right?
Yep.
But probably there's a reason you're putting to have your one end. Though.
Oh yes, definitely. Yes,
Yeah.
we wrecked a lot of ring and pinions last year, and a lot of other parts, and
Being a 60, was it?
yes, in a 60. And,
In the process of putting a Rockwell 106 in it.
yes,
So it's under construction behind us.
Right?
yeah,
We'll get around in here in a few minutes and take a look at it. But,
Yeah. And this way I don't have to take a tire off now.
you get
That was last season. I was always having to take that tire on and off to load and unload.
Oh,
So I had to take a regular DOT tire and take one of my cut tires off and put that on.
to get in
Because
the
it was
bed.
just a little, it wasn't much. It was like 2.5 or 3 inches too wide.
Oh,
And we tried airing the tires up, tried doing everything to keep it to where we could do it, but it just.
You drive fast to get it in there and fit in.
Oh yeah.
rough the first time, but second time it'll go a lot
It'll make
better.
room.
Yeah.
Actually, I think Van Huysen's the migraine truck.
Yeah.
They tried that last year or the year before. I think last year, and we had 2 Rangers pulling it out of the trailer at the home.
Wedge it out.
Yeah, that didn't work.
They didn't do that again, right?
No, that was the first time, and they said, that won't happen.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's
So what do
funny.
you like pulling the most about the Badger State?
I like the all the people. I mean, the Badger State group of people, Greg, you, Dirk, everybody like that. All those guys are just awesome. And the group of friends, but mainly family that you kind of get when you start pulling with people for that long.
Is that something?
It is, and even when the pulling season's off, I mean, guys still hang out together.
Oh
all the
yeah,
time.
yeah. I'm going down to Jared's next Wednesday
Yeah.
to hang out with him and look at some stuff and talk over some things with him and stuff like that. So
He's got, does Josh Stahl do your motor too?
yes, yep. Stalls do my motor too. Yeah.
What do you do to it in the winter here? Do you for freshening or just freshen it up, or you have any changes?
Actually, this year, this winter, the only thing we're doing is changing the oil pan. Has to be flipped around for the big front end. Other than that, we talked to Josh after the season was over, and he said, "Nah, if it looks good, leave her run it."
Happy, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good season this year.
Yeah, we did good.
You were in the points race right after the last event, right?
Yeah, I believe we ended up second in points. I'm not sure.
Yep, I'm pretty sure you did. 'Cause it was between you and Ryan or Corey. Funky group.
One of them.
Yep.
One of them.
Yeah, the white Chevys.
Yeah.
That's all I have to.
Yep, the white one. I don't know. I forget which one drives which, but I think it's Corey runs the white one, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ryan runs the gold one.
Yeah.
Yes.
I believe so. Yeah, but it's neat. It's good. That's good. That's what you want.
Throughout the summer.
Our class is very, very competitive. I mean, it's you pretty much every hook that you go to, you not real sure who could win it or that, you know. Nobody really, I think nobody really pushes out there, and you gotta, you know.
In the last,
It's okay.
It's just a bump.
yeah, just about.
Just a bump.
It's about.
He's a nervous guy.
Yeah.
You make everybody nervous. You know that?
Me?
You.
I do.
Absolutely.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Okay.
You don't want me out there to fight anymore?
Ah, you can.
Oh, but even the competition, we talked about the guys going down to Shides Pole there, and then there's 27 trucks or something. There's the Badger State guys, the ones that are there all in the top 5, and Corey
Yeah.
won it last
Oh,
year,
yeah.
I think.
Yep. Yeah, Corey did. Yep.
Yep. So that's a big deal. I mean, that's a good track down there, and there's the best of the best are supposed to be there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we got the best of the best with us, so I really do.
I think especially our 3-6 class, our 3-6 class is very competitive and very good.
Top to bottom.
Yes.
Yep.
So when you go to a pull and you're here pulling today, there's always someone in your class that stands out that, boy, if I can get by that guy, we're doing good. Who would that be?
For a long time, and I've said this for a while, it was usually Josh Stummel. If you could get around him and stay ahead of him or beat him at a hook, you were doing good. His truck always ran good. Stuff like that. That was always the one. Him and Jared. I guess there was 2. It was if I could get ahead of Jared or Josh, I was doing good.
But now it's almost anybody.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
I really do. Right? In
It
the last
is.
couple of years here, like the Punks have stepped it up, and Van Huysen's.
Yes, Van Huysen's.
Yep.
Yep.
And I said that too, you know, we were over talking with Jared, you know.
Right.
Right. So you got to catch up.
It's my sandbox.
Don't complain about them. Let's
Right.
make ours go faster.
Right. Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, improve your equipment and what you're
Right.
doing.
And that's the attitude you have to have. I mean, if you can't make the other guy go slower to make you look better, no, I got to catch up to him.
You need that though. You need that from outside competitors and places when you go, because it helps you make yourself better driver,
Yeah.
you know, make your equipment better and makes you a better competitor.
And if the guy's beating you, pay attention to what he's doing. He's probably
Right.
must be doing something right.
Yeah. He's doing something that you're not, and maybe you need to look at it and see what you can do better.
Right.
Is there a favorite sled you like to pull? You know, I mean, we pull different sleds and throughout the summer. Is there one that particularly that sled is at this pull? It's gonna be a good night.
The one that I can win with. That's yeah. Whatever one I have behind me when I win.
That's my favorite tonight.
Yeah.
I don't really have one, to be honest with you. There's not one that stands out that I like better than the others.
Do you know though on some of the sleds you might say, do I need to shift up a gear on this sled, or I need this one pulls a little harder, I might shift down, or do you ever do anything like that, or you're on the same gear the whole time, you think? Or?
We mainly are on the same gear. I think a lot of times it gets based off the track more than
How
the
far
sled
you're going.
itself. Yeah.
Yep.
And the track conditions. Last year and the year before, I didn't really mess with the gears or anything like that much because of the smaller front end. I couldn't do certain things that I needed to because I knew I'd break it.
Right.
And
You'd have to fix it.
right.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you don't have time, back-to-back pulls or just work.
Yep.
Life in general.
Right, exactly.
Yep. So yeah, it's neat to pull. And one of the other things we ask you too, if there's any other vehicle in pulling, past or present, truck, tractor, semi, whatever you want to drive, what one would you pick with no, not have to worry about paying any bills, just get in the seat and drive it and have fun? What would it be?
And I didn't have to pay no bills?
Right.
Brandon Coates is fueling the fire.
Is it? That's
Yep.
the one? That's pretty tragic.
I'd drive it.
You drive it?
Even though it is a John Deere.
Right.
That's the only thing that I.
That's the one, huh?
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the one.
That's cool.
I'd like to drive that.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty fun.
Always neat to see, see that. And people pick different things all along.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have. Everybody has picked something different. I mean, nobody picks the same thing.
Yep.
Which is neat to hear.
Someone wants to drive mine and wreck it. Who is that?
I don't know.
One of ours.
Yeah.
Direct it.
If we can wreck it, I'll drive yours.
Yeah. Dang, that's a little harsh.
It was.
That's a little
It was funny.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
No, but
How about favorite poll? We're going to this poll. It's your poll every year. You do good, or it's favorite place, or
Favorite track?
have more fun, or
someplace you have good luck and win a lot. Or,
Right. I really like the benefit home, the American Family Children's Hospital, right? Did I say
Yep.
that right?
Yep.
Benefit in Baraboo. I liked it when it was in Sauk. I like it in Baraboo too. It's a good time.
Yep. I like having in Baraboo. We've got a lot more help in Baraboo now that we do it there, but it's a really stepped it up with 2 tracks. And,
Right.
The crowd is crazy big there.
Yes.
It's fun.
even with the rain that we had early on, getting there this year, and I was pulling in, it was raining. I'm like, oof, we're gonna let this go. And then the crowd was a little bit thin, and also it's like someone opened the floodgates and let them in.
They do a good job there.
Yep. So County Fair Board is a good fair board to work with for that.
It is.
It's a fun pull, and I think, all of us that are there, we're there for a reason, and it's for the kids and the hospital, and I think it just makes it that much more pleasurable to go there.
And working on the schedule this year, I believe it'll be Badger State's first pull this year.
Okay,
I do think so.
really?
So it'll be fun, kick off the season.
Yeah.
Season there.
Yeah,
So
that'll be good.
It'll be fun.
Nice.
Yep.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of there's always a lot of vehicles there, a lot of pullers.
Yep. Usually about $110
Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
on the 2 tracks. We get it done in 3 hours. If we didn't do count 3.5 hours with that Calcut in there if we do that, but we usually do pretty well with that. So can't really rule that out.
No.
If the weather's bad, we will just keep things moving.
Yes,
Right.
we know
talked
weather's
about that.
coming. We've done that before, where
Yep.
rain was coming. I think at one of the benefit pools, and we skipped that part of it just to get the pull in.
Yep. Everybody's there for a reason to see that. So, but we thought about if it does weather, come and do a silent auction in the back. Class, if there's rain coming or something to get it,
Yeah, it could be
just for something to do. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
be a good idea.
It would be, yes. Maybe even do that anyways, but it's nice to get the tractors out there, see the people,
Yeah.
bid on them, and they always have the story.
Yeah.
The family, that host family or whatever you want to call it.
That's
Two Badger State, that's pretty big.
That's a good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yep. So,
The girls every year, it seems like someone does something to help push us over that edge. It just,
yeah. And I already know we have 2 more auction items up there that'll be big time this year too. I can't say what they are yet.
Oh.
I can't. There'll be 2 more good ones.
our famous auctioneer, Stacy Butson, does a good job.
He does.
He does a good job.
Yeah, he does.
So, getting back to the truck though.
Okay.
Should we take a walk around and look at some of the stuff? You can tell us what
Sure.
you're doing here. It's all apart, so we don't get to see that very often.
Right.
What guys are doing. You can explain the new things you're doing and the motor sitting over there. We'll take a look at that and
Sounds good.
see how it goes.
That'll work.
All right. The mill house.
Yes.
Yep. So tell us, John, you got can holder engraved in the cover. That's pretty neat. Tell us what you got here.
This is a 6.7 Cummins motor, block and 24 valve head. Dave Stahl, Josh's dad, engraved that in there for me. That's pretty much 24 valve top.
Okay.
So
And you said you have to switch the oil pan around when we go back to that truck with your new front axle.
correct. Because of the axle being bigger, the oil pan and the sump part has to come up to the front.
Okay. So,
Okay.
driving it.
Yeah, so, no updates, you check the bearings and they look good?
Yeah, we're gonna pull the oil pan off and flip that around and just look up in there and make sure everything's good and send it down the track, drive it.
Well, should we move over to the truck here, you give
Yeah.
us a little walk around that, what you got? That's my rear, this is bachelor, that's what people want to see what you're doing.
So this year, yeah, like you said, we're putting a big Rockwell front end under it, fabricated housing. I bought and gonna put together and get that under there, and that'll help us with our driveline issues.
You wanna point out what you're doing here, or to come in here with the, and, get close to them and point out what you're doing, John.
Okay, so we gotta build all new brackets for the shock towers.
So these will be gone. You're cutting
Yeah,
these
we're
off.
gonna cut this off, and then I will have 4 or 2 on each side of those. Just different mounts, put different mounts on it. Fix the 4-link, get that all lined up. It's kind of just lining it up and moving brackets where we need to.
And what's the reason for going to the?
Longevity,
Yeah.
reliability. It's bigger, beefier, it'll hold up.
Because how often did you have to change ring and pinions in the front end of the other one?
About every, I think we put, last season we put 4 or 5 ring pinions in.
And that's fine, it's not fun.
It's not fun. It's a lot of, in and out. You take it out, shim it, make sure everything's right.
Could you do it a lot faster on the 5th one than the first one?
Oh yeah.
You get better at it.
Got really good at it, and that's not something you really want to get good at.
No, you don't want to be good at that.
It's not a fun job.
No, it's not.
Shipping that.
Yeah.
You gonna have a aluminum third member in it, or are you gonna have a cast
No,
one?
I think I'm gonna have just a cast one.
Yep.
I actually have one in an axle that'll work, and it's the right gear ratios, so I don't have to buy one.
Perfect.
So it helped cut down on cost a little bit and stuff like that.
That'll work.
And like you said, you're doing a lot of this yourself. You can get it all done, some bolt training.
Yes.
If you are building a lot of it yourself here.
Yep, we try to do, me and the guys that help me, we try to do as much of it ourselves as we can.
Yep.
We're not machinists, we're not fabricators, we're just a couple of guys with a welder and a grinder.
Yep. And if you make a mistake, cut it out, try again.
That's right.
And that's the best way to do it. You learn now because you built it yourself.
Yeah.
You know it in and out. But if you have somebody else when you get there, there's something wrong, you maybe go, how do we do that? Well, now you know what you did, what you have to change.
Right.
And if you want something special in it, different than you can't get, put it in there.
Well, and the nice thing I like about a lot of that stuff is I know what the bolts are, I know where everything is, and know things. You can try to have spares with you.
Yep.
Like I know I've got this bolt for all this. I need to carry a couple in case of break one.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
Yep. And if it isn't breaks, it isn't right, you know who to blame.
Yourself. That's the only person you can.
You seem to get less mad when you make yourself in a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, some. I kind of get mad at myself.
Yeah.
I stand down here and scratch my head and cuss on myself.
But you don't do any good.
No, it doesn't
You
do
probably
it.
don't do any good the other way either.
Yeah, it makes you, yeah.
With that though, I mean, you got help that comes. Who helps you out? Like get bulls or work at the shop here?
I have my good friend Jake. Jake Boness helps me a lot. My wife, she does a lot. She does a lot at the polls.
Yep, she's our new signing girl.
Yeah, she started doing that.
Yeah, she helps us out. Yeah, does a good job. And you got an addition helper now.
Yeah, as soon as he gets big enough.
2 weeks old.
Yes.
2 weeks. What's his name?
Levi.
Yep. So he'll be at the polls.
Yeah.
Yep. That's good.
Yeah. Then on the back, you have to put can't hold him.
Yeah.
So-
there you
Can't
go.
hold her in the front, can't hold him.
I do have to tell a story about Richland Center. I wasn't there with the boys when Rosie was pulling you with the Mahindra. Oh, but the rope was long. And the boy said, she went driving by and the rope wasn't tight yet. And you looked out the window and says, this ain't going to go well.
Yeah.
The rope did get tight, right?
Yeah.
That's why you do that once, right? Then you learn, right? You got to tighten the rope up before you drive away.
Yeah, she just took off and was driving, and all of a sudden, I seen it, and I knew, I'm like, this is not going to work well. Not at all. Oh!
My boys laugh about it.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, there's always.
That's what makes it fun to hang around.
Yeah.
You get mad, you say, yeah, this is how it works.
Yeah, it happens.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone's got to do something. I mean, it can't be just straightforward and boring.
Right, that has some entertainment. Exactly.
Stuff has to happen. Like sending a hot oil filter, fuel filter.
Right, yeah, I don't want it. No, I don't want it. Cheers now.
But, you know, friends that help out and the wife and family and that though, but is there others that help you out, like motor wise or transmission, tire wise or anything, sponsors or anything that you'd like to thank that always help out?
We've got our engine program, stall service and repair do that. They do a phenomenal job there. My parents, S&J Communications, that company, Duber Farms, they sponsor us a lot and help us out a lot with stuff.
Is that a family farm or a neighbor farm? Or
That's my wife's. It's actually my wife's parents. So
Okay.
it's my in-laws.
Okay.
And try to go out in the fall and the spring and help them. And
Do you farm a little bit around here yourself too, or
not anymore. We used to. My grandpa cash crop farmed about, I think at the time, about 1,500 acres.
Yeah.
And got to where he just couldn't do it anymore and sold everything.
Yeah.
Which, that's the way it goes.
Get out of that and into something else, right?
Yep.
The fiber thing probably pays a little bit better than farming.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Not as much in the crop price.
Right,
This is
right.
what the price is.
You can bid it. If it don't pay, then you don't have to do it.
Right, yeah.
Who cuts your tires?
Mark Ford up in K3 Tires in Beaver Dam. He does a phenomenal job with them. He does a great job. He actually, the first set, well, I have two sets, but the first set I had him do, he actually came to the shop and measured the back spacing and ordered the rings for me and everything. Okay. He goes, "How do you want them cut?" I looked at him and said, "Mark, I don't know. It was the first set of cut tires I ever owned, and nobody really knew. So I just let him cut them, and we won a points championship with him.
Right.
So,
Well, he knows his stuff.
He does.
He's been doing it a long time.
Long
He's one of
time.
the best guys around.
Long time. And to cut different tires for different classes, that's an art anyway in itself, let alone, making them work in different classes.
And you don't want to cut him yourself. I would be scared to do it. Jason Vinny started cutting his himself. And I said, I don't have enough. I couldn't do that. I would wreck my tires. I'd be sick.
Oh, yeah.
He said, no, he did try it on the old set.
That's, start there.
I used to cut ours too, have some, buy them somewhere and cut them. I come to realize that, the jigs and stuff they have set up and what they have for tooling, each tire, the points are right dead in the center when they come back from him.
Right.
And like ours, one tire taller than the other, they're both the same height when they come back. And it's like, that's part of the equation I don't need to mess with no more. So have them do it.
The tire cutters too, they'll work with you, match up a set of tires for you.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
People don't realize that you buy some tires, may not be the ones you get back, but he'll take them with another guy that bought brand new ones and try to match them up.
Yep.
And everybody's all right with that.
Oh, yeah.
As long as I get the tallest ones each year.
Right, exactly. That's what you need. Yeah. What as I get the tallest one. Yeah.
Right.
But the whole thing of it is you got to go through that tire to do what we do.
Mhm.
You can make all the horsepower in the world, but you can't get it to the ground.
Right.
That's where the rubber meets the dirt.
Yes.
You hope it does.
You hope it does.
Yep.
Chassis wise, did you build the chassis yourself?
Yes. Me and Jake that I said helps me, and Ryan, that used to be my partner.
Yeah.
We built a lot of this. And the first year we built it, we took it down to stalls and had them put the motor in.
Mm-hmm.
They did a lot on it too. Things that they had seen that worked better because they've been pulling longer, and we had stuff on here. We're like, that's not going to work. We got to change it.
Yeah.
And they did.
That's nice. That's
You gotta listening is the way you learn.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
The old boys used to say, tune in before you broadcast.
Right.
That's true.
That's the learning curve. It takes a while. With age, you get better at that.
You know.
But then you get so old and you just don't care anymore.
And then you
You've reached the plateau.
Is that
you
it?
did. Wealth of knowledge is enough.
Yeah.
You have enough, you're good.
But it's all fun. What are your plans for the truck next after this is done? What do you think you need to change? Anything after that, or you thought about anything? Or?
Really, I haven't. This is the big thing right now. Pretty much after that's in, and a lot of it, we're going to spend next season and probably the season after, just trying to get that dialed in.
Yeah.
And figured out what combination of springs and how, you know, all that stuff to get the truck to react, because they're all different.
Well, you're good friends with Jared, and he said they added a bunch of adjustable links, different links too, to make it so instead of cutting it out, well, you can adjust stuff.
Yes,
and that helps if somebody's already done it. You know, you're good friends with Jared, and to know that he had made it this way. You learn from that. And do it the same way, maybe.
And Jared helps me out a lot too. He does. If I have questions on something that he's done that I'm going to do, he says, "Well, I did it this way. You can try it." Every chassis reacts differently to different things.
Yep.
Yeah, and to learn your own and figure that out is, you know, I think that's, you know, the part of the equation I think that we all enjoy, you know, as drivers and owners and, you know, is figuring out your
And there's guys that'd rather build than drive.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and be part of that and drive. You know, Craig Wildman's one of them. Loves building stuff, and I don't think he really cares about driving.
No.
Yeah.
He wants to. I once saw he does. You know, but I think he gets some more joy out of seeing other guys do it.
Yeah.
And it's to me, it's the working on it and building it and being able to drive it and doing it. Obviously, when you do good, because we did pour so much of our own time and ability into this.
Your heart and soul.
Yeah. You got the three guys to help you and build it all. You all go and you do well. You're really happy. You know, but if you don't do well, the guys say, "Well, what do we have to change?" You know,
Right.
That's what you got to do. What do you think? What do you think we should do next?
And then as a driver, when you don't do so good and you know you messed up on your end, you feel like you let them down.
You do.
You know, it's like, guys, I'm sorry, I messed that up.
Yeah, but then you know what you did wrong.
Right.
You know, usually about 100 feet, you know you did something wrong.
Yeah.
My quick story last spring or summer when we started pulling though. So Ross was with when we went to Macville. So after we pulled Macville that night, we were wandering around with the gator in the pits, and we run into these guys all kind of grouped up and having a few beers. And John was talking to us, and John was, "Hey, can I take Ross on the trailer quick? I'll give him something." I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead. Take it, Ross. You want to go with me?" "Oh, okay." So Ross takes off. They go in the trailer. They're in there for a couple minutes, you know. Next thing you know, Ross comes in with his trailer and he's holding a hat and shirt up. "Free merch," he says.
Free merch.
Yeah. So he's got holding a sweatshirt. He wears your sweatshirt a lot.
Well, that's good.
His hat, he's walking around with that on there. So the fun times and family and friends, you know, in summer.
Yep.
So you definitely got one fan right there. That's for sure.
That's good. That's good. I like to get the kids, you know, if the kids are having fun, it's a good time.
Yeah.
You like the kids to say, "I like that guy." I like that
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah. Around 20 of us or so outside off the boat. And when he said that, you could hear a pin drop up there. Everybody was laughing, you know, instead of the back of the John's behind him. Yeah. He comes over, "What'd you get?" See a can koozie, hat, sweatshirt, shirt.
And all geared up.
Oh,
Yeah, you gotta get him one of everything.
He was loaded.
Perfect. Well, should we walk around the rest of it, or look at the rest of it? Here we go. Well, here's the cockpit. If a guy you want to come here and get a little view of that and see what we're not supposed to call it that anymore.
Oh, you're not? No?
No.
Oh,
No.
not politically correct.
Probably not.
Tinted windows, those are illegal.
Yeah.
Painted right over.
Here we are.
The inside. So we're the business end of it.
There's not much of it.
The spot of 1,000 right decisions, right?
Yes, yep. That's right.
All at once, or, you know, as they come.
There's not much to them. They're pretty cut open.
Yeah, I see you get the doors cut out, they're all lightened
And we
save weight where
actually,
you can.
probably have more than most people. I think Jared's truck is cut open a lot more, but
Yeah, the floor's out.
yeah.
Some do yet and some don't, yeah.
Well, with the first gen body, because of where the body mounts, we have to leave a lot more.
Mhm.
The second gens mount a little different, so they mount out farther, and they can get away with cutting a lot more out.
So on weight difference between the first gen and the second gen body, what do you think?
The first gens are actually lighter.
Well, they are.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh.
even though you cut less out.
Yep. Even though I cut less out, these bodies actually a standard cab first generation Dodge body weighs less than a second generation body
Okay.
from the factory.
All right.
So
What year is this one?
89 to 93. It's a pieces. The cab is 89. The box sides are actually 2 box sides put together. It's trying to find good body parts for this age is hard. So
Nice boy.
Harder and harder.
yes, it is.
Yeah.
You have to piece them together.
Well, don't hit anything, you know.
Right, exactly. Don't wreck it.
Yeah, don't wreck it. Yeah, take care of it.
Right.
Well, we thank you very much for
Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate
letting
it.
us stop by.
It's been fun.
It'll be good.
Yeah.
Good luck for 2023. We're concluding, but thanks to John and his wife and letting us stop by and had a fun afternoon.
Yes, we did. Thanks for all the information.
Not a problem. Every little piece I got, I guess.
Right?
It's not much. It's not a lot of information.
All right, thank you.
I don't know what that noise is.
I think I might know what it is. Did it go away?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was my wife.
Was she working out?
And she was milking.
Oh. Look
She's
at
pumping.
Levi. Grown. Holy
Yeah.
cat. When we were there, January? No, we were there, what? February. February, wasn't it? We
Yeah, I
stopped
think
by.
it was February.
Holy smoke. Grown big time.
Yeah.
Look at Hi, Levi. He's soaking her all in. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
you know, matter of time, it goes from that to this.
Right?
He'll be 9 here in the end of June, and it didn't take long at all.
No.
So hug him and
Exactly.
hold him as long as you can, because won't be long you won't be able to hug him or hold him or give you a kiss anymore. So, the advice, fatherly advice, I guess.
Yeah. We already got him a chair wired up to the cherry picker so he can hang out in the shop.
Oh, there you go, the big swing.
Yep.
Yeah, TikTok's good for everything.
Around. Right? Yep.
Well, we had a great day there at your place. Thanks for letting us come up there and joining in with you. And got to see your truck and see one of the Pro Stock trucks. So, yeah, and see Levi. Yeah. So if there's anybody that's got any questions for John on here tonight, now is the time. Run them up the flagpole and we'll give them an answer. How much further are you on the truck now since we left, where you can actually work on it?
Well, we've got most all the bracketry welded up and all that and stuff. We're waiting on a couple crucial parts and ordering some more stuff. We're still projected to be ready for the first hook and everything. So, barring all the parts come in, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Things are bad. Everybody's having problems with back ordered and out of stock stuff and all that.
Differential stuff.
What was that?
See if I can.
Some of the differential parts.
Yes, a ring and pinion and some axle shafts and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. Harder to get sometimes.
Oh yeah, sometimes they are.
Get your pan changed already?
What was that?
Get your oil pan changed already?
Yeah, we got it re-drilled and a new one drilled and new stuff mounted on it, and it's ready to go back in. We're just waiting to get everything else done. So,
Matter of time.
yep.
Another edition here with John Holder, the Camp Holder Dodge truck. We've seen the shop tour video here with Down and Dirty, sponsored by Casper Egg and Trip Downing with Trip Downing's Farms that have helped us out. There's a great picture. Did Jared know you're posing with his truck?
I think so. He might have been over in the background somewhere.
This was awesome. This made my day right here.
looks like Jefferson or what pole is that?
Rokwa.
Okay,
Oh,
that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So I figured after 8.
yeah. Good luck with that. There it is. The
There
front
it
of the.
is.
Yep.
So you narrowed it up. Trailer with the tires on it.
Yes, yeah, it narrowed up. We'll have no problem getting in the trailer now, and that'll be a nice thing this summer. One less thing to worry about.
Joe Wiltsey asked, "When was the last time you shaved your face?"
January 6th, right before Levi was born.
Oh, really?
Yep, when we went to the hospital, I didn't have a beard.
Ah, is that part of the deal?
That and the lady that cuts my beard and my hair has been off. She had a little baby boy a week right after we did, so she hasn't been back to work.
Oh, saving all kinds of money you are.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Joe Wiltsey, your competitors chiming in there. If it wasn't for them, what would you do? You know?
Right.
So
Right.
stalled owner, you said K3 does your tires, and you got some friends that help. Who are friends that help you out with that again?
Jake Boness, my wife, just my buddy Adam, kind of just a collection of whoever I can get to lend me a hand.
Yeah. Get it all put together. What's the woman's name on the front of the weight box? Dirk Drury wants to know.
She doesn't have one. We should come up with a good name for her.
Maybe we could have a down and dirty poll and have the contest name the cancer chick on the front.
Yeah, we need to. She was supposed to get a makeover this year, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Too expensive.
Yeah, just time got away from us. Our rap person, he's been busy, so stuff like that.
Rappers are always been, hip hop's and music rolling.
Yeah, rappers are always busy. Yeah.
So you're ready by June. You're still on target. You said.
Yes, we are still on target. So that.
Well, we can't wait to see it out. And they'll definitely go.
Yeah, I'm ready to go pulling. Winter's been long enough.
Yeah.
It's time to go pulling. So.
A couple weeks ago, and then back.
All right. Knock it off.
Levi's ready to go too.
Yeah. He's ready to do something. He's tired of sitting here. He don't like to sit still real long.
No, just like. So, here, what is one of your favorite tracks that you like to pull on? Really get that corner down all the way. What is one of your favorite tracks you like to pull on?
One of my favorites is up there at the fairgrounds in Barrow. They do an awesome job with that track. That one. What else really stands out? I'm trying to think which other ones stand out. That one for sure does. I really, that's a good track up there.
You have pretty good luck at Mazo too. That seems like it works in your favor there.
Yeah, Mazo's a good track. That's a good place. I like there, and Darlington, I've won there once or twice, so I got to say that's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one. That's a good bull go to.
So what? So John, I got to ask you about Freeport and the track there. How's that been for you?
It's way too rough. Too many holes. Too many bumps.
Too many bumps in there. Can I tell a story?
Yeah, I don't care.
So one day in Freeport, I was flagging, and was that like your first year pulling? Maybe
I think so. Yeah.
I think it was, and I'm flagging there, and I'm at the 300-foot mark, and John comes flying down the track, and he hits a bump, and he stops, and he says, "What was that?" I said, "John, that was a bump in the track." And he said, "Oh, yeah, really?" So, right, John, that was funny, right?
Oh, it was. That was a good time.
It was
That was a
funny.
good
But
time.
I think it was the next year I put your fuel filter in your lap, right?
I think so. Next year or that same weekend, the next pull.
Or the same weekend, the next pull, yeah. You came down the track and your fuel pressure built up and the filter blew up the truck, and I wasn't going to stand there and hold it. It was hot, so I sat it in your lap, right?
Yeah, I'll take that. I can't complain though. I won at Freeport in 2021, so I can't.
You
Guess I
did?
really
Yeah.
can't say much bad about it.
And I'm going to say honestly, on both them passes, you were on a winning pass, and then some goofy happened. It was funny. It was just It is what it is, right?
That's right. That's part of pulling.
It is. It is. It is. And nobody wants to break anything, so when you hit a bump, it feels like you broke something.
Right.
Yep.
Especially when you're not used to it and not used to that stuff. Your first year, you don't really know what to expect, and you hit something like that, you're like, is this the whole thing going to come apart?
Right. You're bouncing and all that. Yeah, it was a big bump in the track, and then I worked on the sled operator there because he was dropping the pan in the same hole every time.
Okay.
And it just made a hole in the track, and it was a bad bump. I seen tractors coming off the ground in that time, like 6 inches off the ground while we were doing that.
And the trucks are different animal. Luckily enough, I've been able to drive a few different things and Super Farm and the mini rods and whatever else. And then I drove my brother's truck at Utica Fest. Here, that is a totally different animal, Greg. Going from a tractor to a truck, and the way it feels, it's just until you do it, you're out of your element. I mean, it's a whole new learning curve, but what a ride once you get those things moving. You really horsepower underneath you.
It's a definitely different driving there than it is. You got to feel a lot more, I think. How, and you don't want to get the bounce, and you don't want that to happen, right?
No, you don't.
Right, and you have to feel the throttle, and you have to know the track and what's going on there to make all that happen.
Yep. Yes, you do.
Yep.
That's the hard part, and like my brother told me, when you're bringing RPM up, you can't just open her up and let it out. You pull the tires. You got to try and get it to this RPM, get it to light, and then once you get it to light, the clutch is going to be coming out. Let it roll, and then roll into it, and it was hard. I mean, the first time I tried it, I snuffed it. So then I stuffed the clutch back in, and we'll just bring more fuel to it the next time and more. We did. I think it was 4,800. I got it to come out, and then I was a little high, I think, but got it rolling.
Yep.
There's a lot of finesse to it sometimes, and sometimes there isn't.
So who in your class do you think is the best driver in your class?
The best driver in our class.
Is it you? Guess you're supposed to say me.
Well, okay, yeah, me.
Who's
There's
the best driver?
a lot better drivers. I think it's probably a toss up between Josh and Jared. Those guys do an awesome job driving.
They do. Yes, they do.
They have a lot more experience at it than I do too.
Yep. But you've had pretty good luck the last couple of years. What have you been doing?
Yeah, it's been working out. I'm sure we probably messed all that up this year by putting this front end under it and back to square one, back to the drawing board.
It'll come though. Once you probably be surprised. The settings and stuff where you're kind of at before. I think the 4-link will be probably a little different for you, but once you get things figured out, you can't doubt yourself where you get going. You may be pleasantly surprised.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be a learning deal and a lot of adjustments and a lot of things to do, but it'll be fun. It'll be a good time and good learning experience. So
Well,
Always
three
works
cents
out.
class and favorite with Badger State. It's great having all you guys there. Seems like we get more iron every year and it gets tougher and tougher. So it's harder to win. But you guys put on a great show. Been a great addition to the organization and fits well.
Yep,
Thank you.
it does. It does. And John, you're one of my favorite guys. You are the funniest guy, and you're always in a good mood all the time. And we all knew Wally Weezy, and I'm going to compare you to him.
Oh boy.
You're always in a good mood and fun, and never down or anything. And that's what it takes to make this fun.
Well, it's got to be fun. If it's not fun, why are we doing this?
Yep.
We ain't
Yep.
doing it to make money.
Yep. So, like I said, if I'm going to compare you to anybody, it's going to be Wally Weezy.
Well, thank you, Greg.
I'm going to tell you that's a big compliment. I really think, because Wally was a great guy, and you are too.
Yes, that is. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Yep. I don't know if you knew him, but you remind me.
I did. I don't think I did know him.
No, probably not. He's been gone before you started pulling, but he was a good guy too. Yep.
You two get great.
Yep.
You two get right in the shop. That'd be no questions.
Yep.
That's good. That's always good.
Absolutely. Well, I think we're nearing the end here of our time. We're going to be done with the Down and Dirty show tonight. Again, we'd like to thank Casper Egg and Trip Downing for helping us out, our sponsors here with us, and another Down and Dirty shop tour this week. So thank you, Chandler, for all your hard work helping us out make this come through. Thank you, John, for letting us come in the shop and seeing the truck and getting to meet Levi and the wife. And it was a great time that day. We greatly appreciate it.
Well, thank you guys for doing this. I got a pretty good following on this. A lot of people watch this, and I think it's a good thing you guys are doing.
Thank you. Well, we enjoy doing it, right, John?
We do. It's a lot of fun, and it's just great. It's great to be in the shops rather than at the pull and seeing people and seeing their vehicles and their family. And that's the big thing of this. Everybody sees the truck and the helmet and the fire suit, but they don't get to see who John Holder is. Now here it is, John Holder.
Yep.
There ain't much to it.
Nope. There is, though. There is, John. And you're a good puller, and you're a great driver too. Don't
Thank you.
fall short. Okay.
No, appreciate it. It.
Yep. So
Much, and I think this is the conclusion. So thanks everybody for watching Down and Dirty. Check us out next week as we get some more people on board with us and we keep doing some more of our shop tours. So thank you, everybody.
Yep. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, John.